My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. I worked at the IRS for a decade. I'm a national figure, I guess, in the tax resolution industry. I've been on television a lot. Just go to my website at 777irs.com. Today, I try to, by the way, these aren't infomercials for me. I'm trying to give you good information. There's 25 million people right now that owe back taxes. Hard to believe, isn't it? 25 million people. And many of them try to go to their accountants and they look for a CPA or someone locally in town. And the majority of people go for and find someone really off the internet. They look for whoever they think they can help them. You do your due diligence, who's who. You do look for reviews. You spend about a half hour, they say, is the average time you look for somebody to go ahead and pick a tax resolution company. I know this because people who use us say, "Gee, I looked and this is their story. They got ripped off, and then they somehow wind up with us." I don't know how that happens, but after you get burnt, you look for a very legitimate source. So, people, if you're not using this, let me just give you a real general guide on what you need to look for. First of all, people can buy reviews. I just want you to know that people can buy ratings. Doing this and being in this industry for so long, you have to understand you don't pick a company, you have to pick a firm. So how do you drill down on that when you're looking and you're Googling? Well, what you want to do is you want to find a person who's been in this industry at least 10 years, at least, because a person who's been in this industry 10 years has handled kind of everything. You want to know, always ask, how much experience have you had? How many times have you dealt with IRS? And are you an attorney, a CPA, or an enrolled agent, or a former IRS agent? Why? Those are the only people that can represent you in front of the Internal Revenue Service. So you want to get that out of the way right away, just a credential part of this. Next, and most importantly, when your case is presented, the person should have a very clear tax resolution for you on how they are going to go ahead and resolve your case. So, for instance, if you owe IRS debt, you give me a financial statement. If you've looked at so many, like I have or whoever you're picking has, they should be able to tell you what's going to happen with your case. That's the way this goes because you've looked at so many. So if someone gives you a financial statement, you should know whether your case is going to go in a CNC, currently non-collectible, a payment agreement, or a file for an offer and compromise. Don't get ripped off. They're saying, "Oh, I think we can settle your debt, abate penalties and interest." Those are really signs that you're going to get ripped off if someone says, "Oh yeah, we can get this tax knocked off and these penalties." That usually is not the way that happens. Offers and compromise are tough to get through. Why? I used to teach the offer program. I used to work the offers. They're tough. 13,000 in all of the United States were accepted. As far as penalties and interest, there is no magic wand. You have to work to get penalties and interest, and you must have a reasonable cause. Anyway, the last thing I tell you to do is Zoom with the person so you get a face-to-face. You get to know whether the person's real, and that Zoom call will do you oodles and oodles of good. By the way, talk to 3 people before you make a decision, and of course, get their pricing naturally. Anyway, my name's Mike Sullivan. I am a former agent. I've worked thousands of cases. Give me a subscription. You're welcome to text me or email me. I'll try to get you answers you need. I try to get to as many as I can. I am inundated, but I try to pick 3 or 4 that are common to everyone, and I try to answer those questions. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time and subscription.